We are live, ladies and gentlemen. Happy New Year!
That was so 3 months ago.
That was for 3 months ago for you. Dan, hi. Happy New Year.
Hello.
Hello. This is playing with his phone, Dan here.
Uh-oh.
It's better than playing with other things.
But-
Hello.
Hello. Welcome to the Defenders of Indie Wrestling, the Squared Circle. This is Dangerous Dan over here. Oh, you got it. Oh, welcome back to reality, sir.
Reality?
Yeah,
There is such a thing?
right. This guy says Happy New Year was 3 months ago. Well, I thought to him it was anyway.
It's called Rosh Hashanah.
Rosh Hashanah.
Thank you.
Right. Ruckus Zimmerman, of course.
Ruckus.
Hollywood
Ruckus.
J. Williams here.
I want to point out,
Yes.
very nice logo sent in by one of our fans, Joey Ambrosini. Thank you very much.
Yes, we thank you very much, sir.
Fantastic job.
Right.
And as promised, there it is.
Right, exactly.
Apologize for blocking half of it.
No, we don't want to block that.
But
That's-
at any rate,
Any rate.
thank you, Joey, and keep sending in the fantastic artwork.
Mm-hmm.
This kid is more than busy. He's doing drawings and artwork and graphics and all sorts of.
Right, he's keeping
Stuff.
himself busy,
Yeah.
keeping himself occupied.
Yep.
Right.
And he's keeping up his grades, so I must commend you for that, my friend.
No, that's the important part.
Yes.
As the
Right.
grades
Yes.
are up there.
Right.
Yes, because his shirt is brighter than your future. Right? Is that someone? Right. My shirt is brighter than your future.
Right.
And I got kids. I need this job.
And I have a gray shirt on
Right.
with nothing on it.
I got kids.
I
need
don't.
this job. Share the back.
You need this job.
But anyway,
Anyway, in any event, we wrapped up 2016 2 weeks ago, and we are looking forward to a 2017 like you have never seen before on the Squared Circle as we continue on in our 5th season. The friends and support we have been given and the relationships we have made in 2016 will carry on over into 2017. We hope to create some new relationships this coming year.
well, we certainly have been blessed with some really good friends and business acquaintances, and the professor. I think we'll be calling in a little while,
Right.
and he's become a very close friend outside of the studio. To,
Absolutely.
Myself and my sons, and just a big supporter, not just of the show, but of us as people. And I couldn't be more pleased, with meeting him through the show. Really, just
Absolutely.
he started as a call-in, and then he dropped in the studio, and then he became part of the family. And now it's he's just a friend.
Funny
outside.
kayfabe story. I actually met him in another aspect. I was in a little bit of an accident over by what turned out to be his house.
Right.
On Mount Louise in Middletown.
Yeah.
I did not. I looked familiar to him,
Right.
and he couldn't place where he saw me before.
Ah,
And guess where he saw me?
right here.
Right here.
Right here.
It occurred to him later. Hey, that's that kid that's on television.
Right.
And right here we
One of
are.
David's biggest icon.
Right. I don't know how. Yeah, right. I don't know how he didn't recognize me to
Right.
begin with,
How
but
could he not? Right.
right. Hey, if there was a North Haven Hall of Fame, I'd definitely be in it.
Yeah. We should start that.
We should.
There we go. Get on that. You're in with the Hobby Nobby and
We
Big
can-
Wiggies.
We can work on that for this year.
We can work
There
on
we
that. Right.
But yeah, I mean, and then of course our good friend Brian Barth made an announcement today. Christy Hemme will be at the next big event on March 4th.
Mm-hmm.
So I got that date right. I'm the worst person with dates, and I got that one right. But
Big
yeah,
ev-
March
this-
4th, Christy Hemme has been added. In addition to Mike Tyson and Sting.
Right.
So, and you go on bigeventny.com for all that information, and there's a whole list now. And as we get closer, he makes more announcements. And T-Mart, the promoter, also added some talent to that show as well. And you'll have to go online and find out who that is.
Right.
But,
BigEventNewYork.com, I believe it is, right?
Yes, thebigeventny.com.
NY. Right. .com.
And you'll find all the details there.
We covered 2 big events last year, once March 5th and one back in November, right before Thanksgiving.
Yes.
And we're looking forward to being there March 4th.
Right, and that footage from the most recent one, Zach and I are planning on finishing it up. It's been, Zach is a student, and he had
Right.
finals and then the holidays, so it's been a rough time getting their schedules. But
Right.
we want to do it correct, and we want to get it right rather than just rush and put out an inferior product.
We can't
want
be
to
doing
do it.
that here.
We want to do it just right. But do we have a phone call?
We do have a phone call.
What do
Right.
we got?
You are live on the Squared Circle.
What the heck happened to Ronda Rousey Friday night?
Oh,
I don't know
boy.
anything about that because I
Well,
don't really follow
I
UFC
think the
too
ball
much.
dropped a day early for Ronda Rousey.
Well, it just goes to prove that she was a one-trick pony. She had just a ground game. She came from a judo and Brazilian jiu-jitsu background, and when you're fighting mixed martial arts, you can't just do it on the ground. So both Holly Holm and Nunez stood her up and beat the living snot out of her.
Yeah, I was happy to see that she was beaten by two boxers.
Yep.
Holly Holm, who was a terrific boxer 2 years ago in Australia, and then what this Nunez did to her was absolutely brutal.
Yeah.
On Friday night, I came this close, gentlemen, to buying it on pay-per-view, but what I did is I followed it on Twitter.
Yeah.
And 48 seconds into it, I was able to see the tape on. They posted the knockout. It was
Oh,
brutal.
goodness. And, kudos to Herb Dean for having the backbone to jump in there and call it. It had to be a very rough split decision for him to make because, again, 48 seconds, it's the main event of one of the biggest fights in UFC history. And, I think the pay-per-view was like $65 for somebody
I
that,
think it's something like that. Yeah. Yeah.
per person. And, you don't want to see a 48-second. Yeah, I mean, you blink and it was over. So for him to really make that decision and possibly face a little bit of criticism, I hand it to Herb Dean because there was no doubt about it. Ronda Rousey was
Oh, yeah, he definitely made the right decision. I mean, I've seen boxing matches over the years where, the fight should have been stopped and that extra punch got thrown in, and there's been some damage. I know you gentlemen are all too young to remember Benny Kid Paret, who, took one punch too many to the head when the referee should have stopped the fight, and he unfortunately passed away. This was back in 1962. But right, yeah, Herb. Was that the referee's name, Herb Dean?
That's correct. Yep.
Yeah, he did a good job. No complaint from me there.
Right. And of course you've got Davey Moore, that was killed by one punch.
Yep.
And
Yep.
so I mean, we there's a long history of of accidents or accidental deaths in the ring in the boxing.
Now, is she also now? I know I don't follow it as closely as you gentlemen, but now is she going to leave mixed martial arts? And I heard talk of her. Is she going to be in WrestleMania now? Is she going to go over and work wrestling now?
Well, she was at WrestleMania last year or year before?
Year before that.
Year before, excuse me, 2 years ago. And I would bet that we will see her in the WWE, if not at this WrestleMania, more than likely by the next one.
So she still has star power, you say? She still will...
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, she's done some Hollywood movies. She was in Expendables 3, Entourage. So, I mean, she has more in her arsenal than just being an MMA star.
Okay.
So
all right,
we
good.
will see her either in movies. I mean, she is obviously a very good-looking woman. So,
And she's still relatively young, isn't she? What, is she in her 20s? I don't even know.
I'm not sure on her age, but yeah, I mean, she's relatively young, especially for Hollywood and stuff like that, where 40 is the new 20, and
Well, 67 is the new 66. I'll be finding
Right.
out. But we'll see here. All right, gentlemen, that's all I had tonight. Good show.
thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
We'll see you later.
Good night.
See you later.
And of course, the incomparable Ed
The
McCarver,
incomparable Ed McCarver,
the consummate boxing aficionado.
a
So,
boxing aficionado, co-host of Talking with Tom,
yes,
which is now Talking with Tom podcast.
podcast.
Right.
Live from American Steamed, our sponsor.
Our sponsor, our one and only sponsor.
Yeah,
Right.
that's unfortunate for us.
Oh, Lord. But nonetheless, getting back, we are we formed the bond there with Brian Barth in the big
Yes.
event, of course.
Yep.
And let me see if I can count how many companies we deal with now. PWA,
Yep.
Pioneer Valley Pro Wrestling,
Yep.
Blitzkrieg Pro Wrestling, which has a great card coming up this Saturday, which
We'll cover that.
we'll get into it in a few minutes. That's 3. We have
Yep.
Dissension, Mr. JJ Alexander, of course.
Right.
RPW, here and there.
Yep. J-Ice and ECPW.
J-Ice and ECPW. Wrestle Jam, that's 7.
Those guys in East Haven. Did you forget them?
Last but not least, our newest,
Our newest, oldest, and
oldest. I mean, every time we'd have Mario Mancini on this show, I mean, one time there was a couple times we had to go overtime with him.
yeah.
Right.
No doubt.
There's almost a point of not even being here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just let him sit
I
there.
think the only other person that talked more than Mario Mancini, was Bulldog Blansky.
Mm-hmm.
I think watching that show, I think we introduced Bulldog Blansky and then said, Bulldog, we got to go.
Right.
I think that's the
Right.
extent of our conversation. He just talked, and just like
Right.
Mario. But
Right.
and I am still in contact with Bulldog, and he will get back on the show.
Right.
He's in the process of writing his memoir, and I've seen a little bit of it, and I've sat with him and had quite a few conversations. So
I would tell you something. I am very, very honored to be part of the Paradise Alley Wrestling family now, and to tell you, if I told you a year ago that I'd be part of the Paradise Alley, we'd be over there filming and showing their clips and having some of their talent grace our presence here in the studio. I mean, I would think that person would be a liar.
Right.
I mean, it's no secret. There's this wrestling show. There's the other wrestling show out of Wallingford, and we don't really see eye to eye, and we try to stay positive and don't really.
Yeah.
I mean, and Mario happens to be the co-host over there, and for him to spill his guts to us on the air on that show and pour his heart out and invite us to Diesel Mania, I mean, I commend him for that every day.
Yeah.
I mean, being better than the commotion.
Right.
Right.
Well,
You know
I mean,
what?
this is it's a crazy sport, entertainment,
Mm-hmm.
and we got drawn into it,
Right.
and we had fun with it, and it got a little serious, and then we're back to square one.
Right.
So we're okay.
Right.
It's fun.
Our main priority is them. Is
The talent.
The talent.
Right.
That we cover.
Right.
At all these independent promotions that we
Right.
cover.
And
it's about them.
Yeah, and he has been running some fantastic shows, and he's been allowing some really great talent to a forum to show off in front of an audience, and he's proven time and again that he's drawing a fairly large audience. Can't argue it, right?
Right. Well, I could, but I could argue with
You
it.
can argue with anything.
Well,
Especially the frame of mind I'm in today. I could.
okay. That's why you're so quiet today.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh. Does Dangerous Dan need a hug?
You sit your ass right there, bro.
Well, not from you, apparently.
Paradise Valley Pro Wrestling is having their next card. That would be January 14th, next Saturday.
Right.
I could run it. I only have 4 matches that I know of right now. This is at Joseph Malillo Middle School, East Haven, Connecticut. We have Zane Bernardo taking on Dave Cole. We've seen Dave Cole at Wrestle Jam before.
Yep.
Marcel Williams, we've shown his clips over the past, I believe last week, not last week, the week before that. Last week
Yeah,
was
we were
a
off last week.
rerun.
Yep.
Takes on Matthias. Tequila Rose will defend that Center Ring Divas Championship against a woman that nobody knows anything about.
determined,
To be
right.
determined,
To be
mystery,
determined.
secret, mystery opponent.
Might be you in a dress.
Might be Doug in a dress.
Jay would like to try on that dress.
Who knows who it'll be? And how do you prepare for somebody that you know nothing about? She's just going to have to take this and prepare for every possible opponent that she could possibly think of everybody that she knows, that
Well-
she's worked with before.
When you're the champion of any company, you should be able to defend yourself against any comers. Doesn't matter, because otherwise, why are you the champ? If you're not the best at what you do, then you shouldn't be the champion.
Right.
So Tequila Rose, bring it on. Whoever shows up.
I'm sure she takes that attitude.
Yeah, you
Right.
have to. You
Right.
have to. Whether you're, the champion over here, or the champion
Right.
in WWE, or champion in boxing, whatever. You're at that level because you beat all the people on the way up. So whoever comes at you, if
Right.
you're not prepared,
Being around for a few
Yeah.
years now, I think she knows better than to not be prepared.
Right.
She's prepared for any possible scenario who might walk out.
otherwise she's going to end up like Ronda Rousey.
Right.
She wasn't prepared for a stand-up game once again, and look what happened. But I don't think that'll be the case with Tequila Rose.
Right.
I think she'll be fine.
I think she'll be just fine. And Bobby Ocean returns. The legendary
Yes.
Bobby Ocean
Yep.
on the indie scene
Yep.
here in southern New England, taking on the new PAPW champion as of the last PAPW card
Right.
back December 3rd.
Yep.
New York's finest asset, Richard Holiday,
Richard Holiday.
which might be debated
I
by
know.
Dangerous Dan, of course.
Not a fan.
Oh,
No,
no, he's
he's a you-know.
yeah, he's a little,
What's a you-know?
he's a little light in the loafers, I've heard.
Whoa.
And
We'll just leave it at that.
well, there's anything wrong with that.
See, Mr. Hoffier is from New York. And when somebody else comes along and says they're New York's finest asset, he
Well-
feels as if that's not true because he feels he's New York's finest
Well,
asset.
As I say quite often, Bobby Ocean, Richard Holiday, the fans win.
The fans win.
No matter who wins the match, the fans win. It's going to be a fantastic match. Whoever comes out on top doesn't matter because the fans are going to win. It's going to be an entertaining match. It's going to be a great card. And Ocean and Holiday,
It's going to be a challenge for Holiday.
yeah.
Right, he's gonna learn a thing or two
So
next Saturday night.
yeah, it will be a great match no matter what. And you have to admit, when Holiday comes out, he does put on a good match.
Yeah, he does a good job of entertaining the crowd, the
Right.
fans.
There we are.
Next week, we have one more Paradise Alley match to go on that December
Add to the
3rd
card.
foot. On that December 3rd footage.
to show on the footage. I got you.
And that is the main event, and that's going to show how Richard Holiday acquired
Right.
the PAPW title
Gotcha.
once and for all, because there was some shenanigans, some chicanery, some trickery.
Well, that's pro wrestling.
Right. I mean, you're not surprised, are you?
Not at all.
Right.
Not at all. I like shenanigans. Shenanigans are fun.
Would you be surprised if I said he won this belt fair and square?
No.
You wouldn't be surprised about that neither.
No.
Yeah.
It's possible.
Yeah.
I like shenanigans. Shenanigans are fun. They're
You
shenanigans.
like ruckus.
Right.
You
Shenanigans.
thrive on chaos.
Yeah.
So you'll thoroughly enjoy
Of course.
the main event.
Of course. That's why I always say they need to bring back the wrestling managers because what do? They cause a ruckus. They cause shenanigans.
Mm-hmm.
When you got even a tag team partner outside the ring, shenanigans.
Shenanigans. But for now, we're gonna rehash something. We've shown two of these matches before.
Yep.
The third match kind of got cut off the last time, but I really want everybody to see it because it involves this summer the man who won the Blitzkrieg Bedlam Championship, none other than Sexy Jesus himself, Justin the Hammer Tunis.
There we are.
I'm not saying it like Dinucci. A New Year's resolution. You know what? I can't hold a candle to Joey Dinucci.
No.
I'm not even going to bother trying anymore.
Can we get rid of the Vince imitation too?
No.
Yeah, we got to do that.
No.
I tried.
You
All right, let's
tried.
get to the clip. Go ahead.
Let's get to the clip. First of all, we have Ace Romero and Ken Brooke. We don't have it ready yet.
Oh no, Jason! How dare you?
They had it ready. Now they don't have it
We
ready.
lost it. I did want to discuss one other thing. After Raw last night on the WWE Network, they debuted a new show. Not much different than our show here. and it's called Bring It to the Table. And like our show, they have a nice Jewish host, Peter Rosenberg, and he has been around the entertainment business for quite a while. He's on Hot 97 in New York. He's a very popular DJ. He's been on, I believe, ESPN, doing some commentary, and now he is part of the WWE Network. And he had on as his first guests JBL and Paul Heyman.
Paul Heyman.
And Paul
Interesting
Heyman,
combination.
yeah, Paul Heyman was very outspoken, and Rosenberg acts as like the fans' perspective, the fans' point of view. And he was asking certain questions, whether like Raw should be 3 hours or not, and JBL and Paul Heyman pointed out that Raw being 3 hours is a huge revenue for WWE, and it allows them to do other things. So the money that that third hour brings in, that USA wants, and all the advertising, is revenue, so that the WWE can bring us the cruiserweights. What are they? The 501. What is that? 205.
The
Sorry.
205 show.
501's the jeans. 205. I'm terrible with numbers, but it brings us the cruiserweights and brings us NXT and things of that nature. So, if that's what it takes, Raw being 3 hours, then it's a positive thing. And the other thing that Heyman pointed out, which I found to be enlightening and surprising that Paul Heyman would say this, is he stood up for the reputation and the legacy of John Cena. And he went so far as to say that Bruno Sammartino holding the belt for however many days it was,
Right.
the line of demarcation was he went from New York to basically DC, and that's the only place he really had to travel. And
Not very far at all.
not very far at all. And John Cena, on the other hand, for the last 15 years,
Has traveled around the whole world.
not only traveled around the whole world defending his title and selling merchandise and selling tickets and being an ambassador, but he's traveled on the same day to do a talk show in the morning, appear on Saturday Night Live at night, and so on and so forth. And if you look at the way he bounced around the globe, even on a daily basis, to get from one appearance to another, to be an ambassador, not only for himself, but for the WWE, Paul Heyman pointed out that he's got to be one of the greatest superstar of all time. In the last 15 years, he's lived, breathed, and promoted the WWE. And when if you see the way Paul Heyman puts it, he puts it more eloquently than I did, and it's indisputable. He did more than The Rock. He did more than Stone Cold. And he's done it for longer than anybody else. So, he's been a positive thing, positive force in the WWE for the last 15 years. And if he's going to cut down his schedule now, there's no problem with it.
Absolutely.
He's earned it.
He's earned it that right.
You got a call?
We have a call. Let's do it. Live on the Squared Circle.
Gentlemen, how are we this year?
We are wonderful.
So far, so good.
And everyone, I trust, had a happy New Year.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yourself?
and Happy New Year to you too, Bill.
Thank you, gentlemen. Yeah, it went well. It was. I tell you what, I was out till about 1 o'clock in the morning, and I'm still recovering.
I'm still recovering too. It takes me. It's going to take me till Thursday, I think, when I turn 41.
I know that I will be ready for Blitzkrieg on Saturday.
You will be ready.
So I'm fully ready.
Yep.
I'm resting now. I've entered into a new training regimen for the new year to reign my reign of terror on Jay on the course, running courses this year. With I'm going to call my sidekick, the mighty Dan over there. Tell him to smile, Dan. Crack a smile once in a while.
Dan is a little out of sorts today, but
Right. A
Does he need a
little
hug?
bit. I'm usually the one that's out of sorts.
yeah.
Dan, do you need a hug?
What's her name?
Whoa!
Yeah. Hey guys, it's you reflect back on 2006. There was so much good stuff out there wrestling wise, and I think we were all fairly lucky to be part of that with some of the promotions in this area. From PAPW to Blitzkrieg. To some of the other guys that we've been involved with out there. So I think we've been really lucky, and I think this year, 2017, I think is going to be another great year for the independent groups out there, and really looking forward to some stuff. I was lucky enough to see Mario Mancini on New Year's Eve.
You were?
We were both getting Chinese food. And I got a few minutes to speak with him, and again, just what a gracious guy. Give me a hug. I think he broke a rib, but that's it. I'll take a hit for the team. And we're talking about the next event that they're having. Of course, we all know that's on the 4th, Steve.
Yep.
Not the 4th, as I stated one day, which was a Wednesday. So.
No.
But again, I think this area is again really hot. I think 2017 is going to get even hotter, and we look forward to being able to get involved in a lot of stuff. And I don't know if anybody saw it there. I mean, I mentioned to John earlier in the evening. John and I talked, but a wrestling event coming up, Wrestling for Autism, April 22nd. I'm not sure if anybody else has seen that besides me and John.
No, I have not seen that
Yeah,
yet.
I've seen it. Yeah, I know Matt Morgan is on the bill, and a lot of the guys
Yeah.
from PWA are on the card as well.
Yeah, it looks like from what I saw, and I've had some communications with the gentleman that's putting it together.
Who is putting it together?
Looks like I think his name is James Raymond or Raymond James. I just kind of got in contact with him the last, we sent over a friend request and we
Okay.
started going back and forth. So I think he might be interested in calling into the show to talk about the date, but it looks like it's relatively close to. I think it was in Hamden, but I'm not sure. They might be changing the venue. I don't want to speak out of turn, so I'll have some communication with them and get them to call you and
Okay.
figure out, maybe call into the show to talk about it.
Yeah, the
But,
advertisement right now is reading Hamden, but you're saying that may change?
I think so. Again,
Okay.
I don't want to speak out of turn. I don't want to speak for anybody. So.
Okay.
But I heard you guys going over the card for PAPW show. I'll tell you what, I'm looking forward to that cage match. Not cage match, the ladder match. I'm sorry.
Ladder match.
And I'm you know what? I haven't seen one of those live, so I'm really looking forward to that. And I think that could be the first match of the year. So.
What are you looking forward to for Blitzkrieg coming up? We got a few great matches.
What a time to be alive.
What a time to be alive. I think so.
I'll tell you what, the Blitzkrieg could pretty much, if they were to have a show in a shoebox and have G.I. Joe and Barbie wrestling each other, it would be a great match.
I think so.
Because they put together so much good stuff, but I'm looking forward to, I believe Ace Romero is going to be there, am I correct?
We got a 5-man scramble for the #1 contendership. We got Mike Montero taking on Ace Romero, taking on Nunzio from the Full-Blooded Italians, of course.
Right.
Taking on the debuting Concrete God, Sonny Kiss.
Yeah, right.
I'll tell you what,
You know anything about Sonny Kiss? He looks a little different.
Sonny Kiss, I can't use an expletive on the show, but Sonny Kiss is a bad mamma jamma.
Shut your mouth.
That's it.
Right.
Won the
And we have
Tier
Xavier
1.
Bell, too.
Yeah, they won the Tier 1. He won the Tier 1 championship from Rude Boy Riley went out in, I think it was Queens or Brooklyn. And then I think the gentleman's name, and again, correct me if I'm wrong, Darius Carter kind of did the Money in the Bank thing, something they got along that same lines there.
Yeah.
And it got the title from Sonny Kiss. But I'm looking forward to seeing Sonny Kiss, too.
Yeah, it might be somebody. If he's coming into Blitzkrieg, he might be somebody that might end up winning this. Nobody might be expecting it, but It might just be him. You got
I've seen just a few things, and seems very talented. So, and seems to have a really good ring persona, and Blitzkrieg brings people in, and they automatically connect with the fans. So I think it'll be
Absolutely.
really interesting.
right.
So.
We got Anthony Green taking on Smiley, another debuting character. Smiley, I think he did a lot.
Again.
He did a lot of work in New York, I think.
Yep, Smiley's a legend in that Bronx, Brooklyn area. Does a lot of stuff. I think Smiley might have done some stuff with House of Glory.
House of Glory,
and
yes.
and House of Hardcore. I'm not sure, but I know he's been in a couple of those promotions there, so some good stuff.
Yep.
I mean, they just do a great job. I'm really looking forward to that show, as I am the PAPW show.
Right, absolutely. We have East Coast Bastard Crew taking on the Private Party and a mystery partner for the Private Party.
Oh boy.
Yeah, that's interesting. We got
but-
Spirit Squad. Woo! That's I know that's who you're looking forward to.
I think Dan needs the Spirit Squad.
You need some spirit. I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, I think earlier in that day, Spirit Squad is going to be at M&J Collectibles.
right. The usual.
Oh,
Right.
Yeah, I think you are correct.
Our good friend John Kelleher, and I believe that's a Southington store.
Right.
They have one right up the
Yeah.
street here in Wallingford as well on Center Street for all
Yeah.
your collectible needs, wrestling, baseball, football. He's got a lot of great stuff. So
Got a lot
any
of great
those-
stuff.
Any of the money you got left over from the holidays,
Go see Mr. Keller.
yeah, he's just posted online some really nice items.
Right.
So then
Yeah.
when you're done visiting with Mr. Kelleher and getting your autographs, you can stop into American Steamed.
Yeah,
right across
right
the
up
way.
street. Yep, there we are.
Hey, I don't want to take up a lot of the show because I know you guys have some video footage. But
Yeah, we're gonna get to that.
If anybody gets a chance to look at Ring of Honor's recent show they did in the England area, I'm going to do a little bit of spoilers. So if you don't want to hear this Ring of Honor stuff, Will Ospreay defeated Bobby Fish for the Ring of Honor Television Championship. And then Will Ospreay lost the title to Marley Scorley, if I'm pronouncing his last name correctly, the Villain. And I believe he will be defending that because he's going to be doing a lot of work with Ring of Honor. So a really great. They kind of did a recap. Ring of Honor did of the tour over the pond in Ireland and London and Scotland. So if you pull it up on Ring of Honor TV or just go into Fight TV, you can find it. But really great matches, and they did just phenomenal activity. And I'll just kind of leave it there. I don't want to spoil anything else.
Right.
But listen, guys, I don't want to keep you. I know you got a lot going on. I'll see everybody on Saturday night up at Blitzkrieg, and it'll be great to get back to see everybody from the holidays. And you guys have a great day, okay?
We'll
Thank
do
you
it.
very much,
Yep.
Professor. Good night.
'Cause we do have that footage ready, but just a couple more things there. You're going to see Veda Scott from Ring of Honor, speaking of Ring of Honor, taking on Skylar.
Yeah.
This is going to be this Saturday evening at Blitzkrieg. You will also have Dijak, another ROH stalwart, taking on Chris Dickinson, another debuting person for Blitzkrieg, bringing in some great fresh talent there. And the Bedlam title defended by Hammer Tunis as he takes on Sasha Jenkins and Scotty Wild, triple threat match, rescheduled from the canceled card back in November. Anyway, this is what happened the last time. I think we have it all ready now. I think we're all set and ready to go. October 21st. This was Should I Stay or Should I Go? Well, we went, obviously.
Right. Speaking of Ace Romero,
Well, this is Ken Broadway.
yeah, but we're gonna have Ace Romero show up.
Right.
We were just talking about him a second ago.
Cash Flow Ken Broadway, no stranger to Blitzkrieg Pro Wrestling at all. Again, we have this has been seen on this telecast before, but we're just gonna rehash it a little bit. It's been a while. We haven't shown too much Blitzkrieg Pro in a long time.
Right.
For those of you that might not be too familiarized with this product, emanates out of Enfield during the fall and winter months. It is at the Old Country Banquet and Deli, which is on Alden Avenue. And during the summer, they're at Mount Carmel Society for an a nice outdoor. They have
Right.
summer kinds of food you
Right,
can
right.
partake.
Carnival atmosphere.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, your camera work needs
There it goes.
a little help there.
AC Baby. There's the strobe lights, of course.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
not going to bother you, is it?
No.
Oh.
Right.
As long as it's
They're
not a
not
video
real-
game, we're cool.
They're not the strobe lights here. They're on the footage.
Right.
Right. It's something I need to resolve for in 2017. You get steady your hand with a camera.
Yeah.
Or get a tripod.
Right. Or stop drinking.
I don't partake in any beverages until after.
Well,
I mean, maybe I can fool some people, but that's one big guy right there.
Yeah. Wouldn't want to see him in a dark alley, no, a dark corner.
I wouldn't want to see him in a light alley, let alone a dark alley.
wouldn't want to see him in Subway.
Get out of his way.
Remind you maybe of a younger version of Samoa Joe in some ways. I mean, am I being accurate there?
Kinda.
Yeah. There's no messing with him at all. He recently made his debut for Paradise Alley as well.
Right. They
So-
could pull the old slam challenge and see if anybody can slam him like the old days of Big John Studd and Andre the Giant.
It might be easier to slam Ace Romero than Andre the Giant. Two just going at it, exchanging blows.
What should you spend your New Year's Eve exchanging blows?
I think New Year's Eve I went to the movies. I wasn't at the bar.
In
I was
the
at
back
the
row?
I was at the movies.
Is that place in East Haven still open? Or New Haven?
No, this is Brantford.
Oh,
I digress. That was New Year's Eve. I'm still recovering.
You.
Cash flow is down in the corner. I wonder what's going to happen now.
Raise the roof.
Yeah. He's not. Are we going to pay tribute to a WWE Hall of Fame? Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
Oh, boy. I am so glad that I wasn't there for that.
Yeah.
Shades of Rikishi.
Should I stay or should I go? Maybe Broadway should have just went.
Yeah. Oh. Brutal. That's got to be it. No! How do you kick
If you
out
weren't
after
there,
that?
this
That's
has
just
to be left to
pure
your
instinct.
imagination.
That's pure instinct.
This Saturday evening, I am understanding that the Squared Circle is bringing a full crew to Enfield for Blitzkrieg.
Yeah.
Speaking of Dijak,
Yes. Dijak will be there this Saturday in Enfield at Blitzkrieg.
he will be there taking on Chris Dickinson. This was Brian Fury, Firebrand Brian Fury's final match for Blitzkrieg. Now he's a now retired
Yes.
pro wrestler.
You know, D.G. Haven, great manager, causes some shenanigans.
Right.
Yeah, they seriously got to cool it with the strobe lights
Yeah,
for people who are photosensitive.
right.
That's just an observation. Just an opinion.
No, it could be seriously health damaging to certain people. It's also not good for your camera. You shouldn't be pointing right into them.
The last time Donovan Dijak was at Blitzkrieg Road, he betrayed me. Good. And betrayal does not sit well with me. That's why I brought them. That's why we have the Society of Villains led by Brian Fury. And tonight will be a lot different for Donovan Dijak. You suck.
Whatever, dude.
And now Enfield his opponent.
Here is his opponent, Dijak. Not Ashley Vox, Dijak.
Right.
I know the entrances sound very similar. Sea Stars were not on this card. Nor will they be this Saturday night.
Well, they knew you were coming, so.
I'm going to have to wait till the end of January.
So, what was so interesting about that chair, Jason?
Dijak's firmly in Ring of Honor now, too.
Yes.
Always impressed with the amount of talent that they ended up getting into Blitzkrieg. What's making it so phenomenal.
Yeah.
Right. Right. And Dijak takes on Chris Dickinson this Saturday evening. The winner of that goes on to March 25th to take on the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes.
Wow.
Right.
Cody Rhodes making a name for himself on the independent scene now.
Right. Wrestle Kingdom tomorrow. That's Cody Rhodes. He's getting around. Really? CJ Parker. Okay. Talking with a member of our studio audience who's making his return to Blitzkrieg this Saturday evening. I wonder if that means I get the night off from camera work.
If the price is right.
Well, it would be
See what the budget has.
it would be a huge improvement in the camera work
Oh, without a
if
doubt.
that were to happen.
Honestly, it would. Because I don't hold a candle to that person.
Right.
There's a reason why I'm in front of the camera and not in the back of the camera.
Right. And we're watching it right now. 'Cause, the mat is like going downhill.
The referee is halfway there somewhere.
All right. Oh, there's the action. Jason, you woke up? The
But yet Jay says he does not indulge in.
Right, he doesn't imbibe. Okay. Well, maybe he should. Maybe that'll fix it.
Almost a 3. Almost a 3. We do not show finishes of Blitzkrieg on this telecast.
For their request.
For their request. Reason being is because Blitzkrieg Pro Wrestling can also be seen on public access television,
Right.
but up in infield area, that part of the state.
And they produce their own television show.
They produce their own
We
television
do
show.
appreciate
Right.
them sharing with us.
You can find it on YouTube,
Correct.
Blitzkrieg Pro Wrestling, and all their episodes of their public access broadcasts are on YouTube. But
Just like ours.
type in Blitzkrieg, just like ours.
You know, we were mentioning earlier some of the promotions that we've had the pleasure of working with, and we recently reconnected with the Ultimate MMA right here in North Haven, and I'm proud to say that my son is now part of their family.
And Mr. Andrew Calandrelli.
Yes.
Marissa.
And Marissa.
How is Marissa doing? Have you seen her?
Well, Marissa was scheduled for this Saturday at Mohegan Sun
Right.
for reality fighting, but her opponent backed out. And they could not find somebody else to come in at the last minute. So Marissa will not be fighting, but Ultimate MMA will be represented at reality fighting at Mohegan Sun this Saturday. So go check out. Oh, I'm sorry, you wanted to hear this.
Well, you know,
check out.
Ronda Rousey only spent 48 seconds in the ring last time, so she might be somewhat fresh to step up.
No.
I think Marissa could take her. Trust me.
Here's the moment you've all been waiting for.
I hope you're not talking about your camera work.
Who do you think I'm talking about? The first Danucci announcement of 2017. Not the actual one.
Right.
We still have to get him to say John Zimmerman.
Yes, we do.
Somehow. We have to do that.
Oh, I'm sure you tightwad if you slipped, greased his palm a little, he'd say it for you.
Jason's too busy greasing his own palm.
Do you believe in the power of sexy Jesus?
That Tunis is onto something doing that. I think. It's controversial. He's drawing heat, but maybe he wants to. Now, Dan, we've talked to Corey Michael before on a few occasions.
The LL Cool J wannabe?
Yes. Sasha Jenkins.
It appears we may have missed something, but thanks to Jay's excellent camera work.
Taking the Danucci dynasty right to task over things that occurred back in August, their last summer event. There's Jay George. There's a third part of this equation right here. One of Dangerous Dan's favorite wrestlers. Everybody be quiet.
Usually you want the crowd to make noise.
I know. But he's sexy Jesus. If he wants them to be quiet, they're gonna have to be quiet.
Or he'll smite you with a lightning bolt.
Right.
Just smite.
On the Facebook group page right now for Blitzkrieg, you can see just released fatal four-way action between Solo Darling, Skylar, Katrid, and War Queen Jade, who also can be seen in TNA,
Yes.
who I've met twice at the movie.
Yes.
Right. It's available at the Blitzkrieg Pro Wrestling group page.
And we're back.
And we're back. Just like that.
Just like that.
Just like that. That was October 21st.
Yes. And, you know, we were talking about Ultimate MMA. Marissa, I believe next week, the 14th, is going to be fighting in the Golden Gloves once again.
Mm-hmm.
And her record for 2016, she had 12 fights between MMA and boxing. She had a clean sweep and a purple belt. She won both New York Opens, Nogi Pan Am, and Nogi Worlds at the International Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu without 1 point scored on her.
Mm-hmm.
So she had quite a 2016, and 2017 looks to, as long as the opponents don't keep backing out,
Right.
looks to be another banner year.
Of course, if the
And,
opponents keep backing out, it's easier for her, but
Yeah. But if you don't fight, you can't win.
no.
So Jay, you better be nice if she comes on the show, you know.
She's been on the show before.
Well, if she comes on again,
If she
you
comes
better
on again.
behave yourself.
Right.
Love to have her back on again.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So, you know, and if you sign up, you train with her and with Cal Andrelli and his fighters that are not only on reality boxing, but are also in Bellator.
Right.
So the Ultimate MMA fighters have a shot at getting into Bellator, which is seen on Spike TV, and it's a national platform. So congratulations to everyone over there. And again, I thank everyone at Ultimate MMA for welcoming Jacob into the family.
Absolutely, definitely.
And, it's fun to watch. It really is.
Mm-hmm.
In addition to his workouts with PWA.
Right.
So the initial PWA youth.
The Utes.
The Ute.
The Utes.
Of course.
The Ute takeover.
They were.
That's the episode we don't want to remember.
That was fun though.
It was
That was a lot.
sort of. Yeah, I guess it was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, in a way. Right. What are you looking forward to in 2017, Dan? While we have any last words for us?
I'm looking forward to summertime, bikinis. You know, it's
Well,
com-
we're
it's
gonna
coming.
have to wait.
Just not
It's
on
coming.
you. Just not on
We're
you.
gonna have to wait. I'm looking forward
But
to
you know,
that.
we
too.
haven't had a bad winter so far, so let's
Right.
No, it's been a decent winter.
thank goodness.
Knock on wood. Right. Don't jinx that now.
No, no.
Right. Let's hope for the best. Let's hope those snow totals are very low.
Because we know if anything goes wrong, it is your fault.
It's always my fault.
And just announced today, did we mention DDP was announced as the first inductee into the WWE?
No,
Hall
it's
of
not
Fame?
not official yet.
Not official? I'm making it official. You heard it here.
And from
It's
what,
official.
from what I understand, WrestleMania 34, which will be
Yes.
next year,
New
is
Orleans.
going back to New Orleans.
Yes. But we will be on the scene this year.
You will
in
be on the
Orlando.
scene
I will be there.
in Orlando.
Yes.
I haven't been in Orlando in several years.
I have everything arranged, all my tickets. Thank you very
Mm-hmm.
much, Stephanie, and the staff over at WWE took care of me very well,
You're going to have a great 2017 in Orlando.
without a doubt. You bet your life.
You bet your life.
The only Connecticut TV show in Orlando.
That's right.
So
You'll be there.
yeah, I'll have
Definitely.
to call in on Tuesday night from SmackDown.
Right. So, once again, that's Blitzkrieg Pro Wrestling. What a time to be alive at the Old Country Banquet in Delhi. I think that's 4 Alden Avenue in Enfield this Saturday evening. Next Saturday, we have Paradise Alley Invasion on January 14th over in Malillo.
Yep.
Nice and close to home for us.
Yep.
That's what we got going on. We got a PvP later on in the month, so we'll get some more information on that.
Yep.
Head back up to South Hadley.
Yeah, so far we haven't had double duty yet this year, but
Right.
we're up to it. We're up to the task.
We're up to the task if need be. Maybe by the end of the year we'll be able to be 3 places at once. You never know.
If they run that many cards,
You
I don't
never
recommend
can-
it to the promoters out there. You know, I mean, you got to work it out so that you know
Right.
we don't have to be 2 or 3 places
Right.
at the same time.
No.
It would be nice.
I don't think anybody's doing that on purpose, running.
No. It's not intentional, but
Right.
it just happens that way.
Mm-hmm. We're up to the task if the need be. But
right.
it's, so far for January and looks like for February we'll be safe too.
Yep.
All right. Looking forward to the Golden Grapplers in February.
Yes.
The roast of AJ Cruz. We got things to look forward to.
Right.
Right.
Alrighty.
Well,
Right.
AJ Cruz is quite a talent. The question is whether or not that night you'll remember it.
I'll remember it. Right. There'll be roasting AJ Cruz, to make a long story short.
Right.
I'm going to wrap things up right now because it's about that time.
Yep.
Happy New Year, ladies and gentlemen. You didn't wish me a happy birthday.
Ah, that's coming up. It
That's
hasn't
coming up
happened
it's coming up in 2 days.
yet. Right. Right. Well, it's not yet. Why? Whatever.
Happy
birthday.
2 days
Since
before.
you're fishing for it.
I'm not going to
Happy
I
birthday,
won't
Jason.
be seeing you on my birthday, I don't think.
Thank goodness.
Right. First you want me to
that's a
stop
gift
over
me.
to your house. I
That's
mean,
a gift to me.
Right.
Are you going to be like a female friend of mine who calls me up and 25 times reminds me that it's her birthday, so I owe her to take her out, and
I don't know. Not like that. Not like that.
you better not.
I'm going to be relaxing and enjoying myself on Thursday. Let's just put it that way. Maybe we'll have to go take a ride to the eastern part of Connecticut. One of those casinos or something. I don't know. I'm Hollywood J. Williams. Good night. Good luck. We'll see you this Saturday at Blitzkrieg and next Tuesday.
See you next Tuesday.
YBYL.
Whew.